Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Jeffree Star, drama, Shane Dawson. Basically, I just want to talk about my thoughts on this whole thing. I really don't know what to think about this whole situation. I'm not gonna lie. I know how a lot of what's being done by a lot of these people is considered wrong. But at the same time, I am someone who tries to not think of everyone in black and white terms. I personally feel like maybe this has gone a little bit too far now, for sure. There's a lot of people disliking Jeffree Star. There's no denying that, and I can see why. But coming from someone who started out Jeffree Star's aesthetic in general is not my jam. Okay, let's take it from there. But when I first found him on YouTube, I thought, you know what, he's actually quite interesting. He sounds like someone who likes to troll a little bit, kind of pretending to be mean. I felt like he was pretending to be mean, but I felt like he was a good guy. I really did find him funny. I really admire the way he's on camera, he's so on it, the way he presents himself. He certainly is a smart businessman. I really did love his sense of humor. And then came, the whole racism scandal, which really, I thought, I don't know, but I having not a similar background, but I know what it's like to be angry and do things out of anger that you don't necessarily believe in and don't reflect you. And I think overall the people who do support him are the ones who can identify with that. So it's not certainly that you give someone a pass, but you definitely can understand why a lot of it happened, I guess. And I feel like all these things definitely tend to really get out of hand. And people love to judge someone in black and white terms, unless you are a saint. If you're not a saint, then you're a devil. If you're not with us, you're against us. If you're not with us, you're against us. So yeah, I personally think basically all of this started this week. We found out that Morphe has decided to at least somewhat part ways with Jeffree Star. I'm not quite sure what it means, what they said means when they say it was worded in a quite a weird way, and a lot of people have pointed that out. A lot of other drama channels, and I've seen it all over Twitter. People do think that it's a little bit odd the way they decided to describe the action taken. But either way, I feel like this is the first time ever since Jeffree Star came into the spotlight that he's actually had to face some kind of consequence that went beyond people disliking him. And I, for one, was shocked. And I really do think that the whole thing in general is going a little bit too far. Has he done things that were wrong? Yes. Has he said things that were wrong? Yes. But context is everything. I can't stress this enough. And I really despise the kind of mentality that people have, that if you support someone like that, if you think it's not a big deal, then you're the same. Everyone is free to think whatever they want. I know for a fact, and a lot of people know about themselves, who they are and why they feel a certain way. So yeah, I don't feel the need to defend myself when it comes to that. I know who I am. But yeah, I mean, and then I kind of feel similar with Shane as well. Like, he's someone who's definitely has struggled with the way he's been within himself. Like, he's always been uncomfortable in his own skin, so I can definitely see why he would do so many dumb things. I 100% agree that they were stupid things, jokes that were definitely too far. And I used to watch him ever since the beginning of his career, and even though I knew pretty well everything he's done, I did forget about these particular jokes. And then when I saw them resurfacing, I was like, oh my god, oh yes, actually, yeah, that was something that he used to do. And I remember thinking, my reaction being like, oh, why would you do that? I know why you're doing it. Like, I definitely get the whole South Park thing mentality, because both me and my brother and a lot of my friends did grow up on the same kind of sense of humor. We would always talk about, oh my god, like how they talk about this, so shocking, and like, I can't believe they would say this or they would say that. And he definitely drew inspiration from there. But yeah, and it's now coming back to bite him in the ass, basically, which is unfortunate. I personally draw the line when things become criminal. And as far as we know so far, Shane hasn't committed a crime, Jeffree hasn't committed a crime. So for people to get that outraged because they feel personally hurt on whatever level, and wanting someone to have brand deals taking away from them, sponsorships, their channels being demonetized and all that, I really feel like it's out of control rage. I do feel that a lot of these people project their pain on one person, and they try to find justice through tearing them down. Like I said, I am 100% for people being held accountable. There is no getting around that. And obviously not saying anything to hurt someone, like specifically hurt someone's feelings. But at the same time, I do feel like it's a fine line to see who is doing things like that out of bad intentions and who's done it out of stupidity. And a lot of the time people will bring age into the conversation, claiming, how can you be a 30-something, an adult, 40-something, whatever. Like, age has definitely been brought a lot in these videos and these conversations about what's going on at the moment. And I feel like age doesn't really... I know that as a general rule, I mean, I find myself thinking similar things about people all of the time, but at the same time, it's really not. When it comes to certain behaviors and situations, a person has a right to have a messed up mind at any point in their life, throughout their life. It doesn't matter what age you are, you could still make mistakes, pretty big mistakes. So yeah, I don't know. I personally feel pretty uncomfortable with this idea of constantly digging something. I just find it makes me uncomfortable almost the same way an actual crime makes me uncomfortable. Like the fact that someone would take time out of their day to dig up videos, to find offensive jokes or whatever, things that happened years ago, to pinpoint it on someone and tie them to their past in such a way, in my opinion, is pretty low behavior. I don't know how anyone can do this. Like I said, unless we're talking about criminal behavior, and I've seen a lot of people branding what Shane said and did as criminal behavior. But I'm sorry, but it's not criminal behavior to play characters and makes jokes that are insensitive, stupid, too far, and shocking, and just plain wrong. Is it disgusting? Does it rub you the wrong way? Yes. But it's not evidence towards ruining someone's life and wanting them to go to jail. So yeah, I guess, I don't know. I feel like people need to think twice before they say things, before they decide to tear someone down. Like I said, I never want to see anyone getting hurt in such a way, as long as we're talking about non-criminal behavior. People disliking someone, I know this is a widely unpopular opinion, and trust me, I see the wrongs. I do see them. But at the same time, I do believe that a lot of people genuinely enjoy the game of pointing the finger the first chance they get, you know, preach righteousness or whatever. And like I said, this has its place when someone has committed a crime, truly vile behavior that has 100% in the real world has hurt people directly. But for everything else, I really do feel like it's a little bit too far. I don't know. I know I might get a lot of hate for this. I know it's an unpopular opinion right now, but I just felt like someone needed to kind of like present the other side as well, because I know most drama channels or commentary channels usually go with the popular opinion, and they will very rarely touch on the other side. So yeah, these are my scrambled thoughts on this matter, and let me know what you think in the comments down below, and see you on the next one. Bye guys.